So on the bottom left corner, we have KA Warlord. He is the founder and leader of the Knights Alliance, KA clan basically. And with yellow we have OCcoswar. Sadly I don't have a description about him. Why is the speed so slow? There was supposed to be a second player from OCcoswar, from the OC clan, but it didn't show up. Therefore, instead of having 2v2 matches, we will have 1v1 matches between Warlord and Cossacks, and after this it will be Cossacks versus Yan, and maybe an FFA match in the end. So Warlord is the founder and the leader of the K. If I pronounce K, do I include both? Yeah, Knights Alliance clan. He's from UK. The clan had around 30 members, and the golden years were between 2002 and 2006. That's around 10-14 years ago, guys. Yeah, it had 30 members at its peak, and they had really great time back in the past, you know, but now times are changing. We get a 3D version of Cossacks 3, and the community basically hits refresh, and maybe we will see new players and old players coming together, giving a great show. OCcoswar, the yellow player, is playing as Sweden, while blue, I think he went random and he's England, or yellow went random, I don't recall. England versus Sweden. Let's check the statistics. It looks like Sweden has a bit of a head start. He's making units already. Okay, World is behind with this. Players have 30 minutes of peace. There's no artillery, no towers, no wars, no walls. You cannot have Cossacks 3 without wars. And aside from that, no diplomatic center and no raids. Basically, each player has to defeat the enemy player army before attacking the town. If the enemy player still has an army, then you cannot attack his town. It's gonna be against the rules. You can set no cannons, no towers, no walls in the game. You can disable those, but the no diplomatic center rule, that has to rely on the gentleman in each player. Yellow has a good advantage. He's making a lot of units. Blue just started making units. It took him a while. Warlord was one of the players in the Cossacks 3 expert versus expert tournament. It's a bit late in the evening for me, almost 11 p.m. I'm not in my best shape, I'm gonna confess. Tomorrow is gonna be a long day. There will be the live streaming of the Cossacks 3 expert versus expert tournament. These matches are gonna be a beautiful show. No, you will be able to see how the good members of the community play this this game, what tactics they use, and so on. Yeah, 21 minutes left of peacetime. Let me check the stone production of the players. WARLORD has the start. Let's see. He only made the first upgrade of the stone production. OCcoswar didn't make any upgrade for the stone production. Yellow was leading until a point, as you can see. Then blue took over, while yellow's progression was not as fast. I guess, you know, the pikeman production gave him a head start. At this moment, both players are building up. WARLORD has gone for a cathedral and 2 stables. COSSWAR only has 2 barracks in terms of unit production. There will be no units from the diplomatic center because, as you know, the diplomatic center has been forbidden. WARLORD goes hard on stone production. He made the upgrade for stone excavation efficiency sooner than yellow. Of course, not too soon. He wasn't. He doesn't have such a big head start. But in terms of stone production, because that's what interests us, blue has a good start. And usually the stone production tells you who's gonna win. Usually, not always. It's not the key factor. And right now, blue has gone over yellow in terms of points and in terms of buildings that can produce units. 2 stables and 2 barracks and 1 cathedral, while yellow only has 2 barracks. So yellow is behind. As you can see, none of the players are sending their workers to wood production, because wood production is not as efficient. You can only get 100% wood production. I mean 100% increase to your food production, but you can increase the stone production by 300%, which is 3 times better. Yellow also expands his military capabilities, 3 stables and 2 barracks, while blue has an artillery depot, 2 stables and 2 barracks. Okay, slowly but surely. Warlord is leading with points. Twelve more minutes left of peacetime. Usually who wins the first battle wins the match. It's that simple. Usually. Again, it's nothing written in stone. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, and follow me on Twitch. I would appreciate that. Second cathedral from blue. Yellow is still going with 2 barracks and 3 stables. Okay, blue got his 3rd stable and 1 artillery depot. Right now both players produce an even amount of units. Of course, there are 10 more minutes of peacetime. Around this time, players can build 18th century barracks. Blue is sending his peasants to stone production. Let's see how much stone each player produced. OCcoswar 200,000, while Warlord produced 3 times more. That's a leverage. That's a very good leverage. Blue is gonna go for hussars. They are fast. The best cavalry, of course this is discussable. Usually the best is you know, depending on the situation. A cavalry unit can be best in a situation, another one in another situation, but I'm talking about generally in most situations. The best cavalry are the cuirassiers. They can take a decent amount of damage, they can deal a decent amount of damage, they are very nicely armored, therefore they're the best unit you can use in late game. Of course, if you want a lot of damage, guys, you can use the Hetman from the Ukraine, but they will cost a lot of gold to make and also to upkeep. If you want speed, another great unit comes from Ukraine again, the Cossacks. They are great. You can do upgrades to them. You know, they are similar with those from the diplomatic center, but you can do upgrades, and they can become really powerful, and they are really fast. But for as I said, late game, in all situations, especially the ones when you get raided. The cuirassiers are the best you can get. Blue has an army at the border. Yellow has a big army over here. He's making the light at the Swedish rate here. They are lightly armored. Four stables on the side of yellow, 4 stables on the side of blue, and an 18th century barracks from blue under construction. Yellow doesn't have such a thing. Yeah, the game lags. No idea if it's my fault. For me, it doesn't lag. I mean, I don't know if it lags. Three minutes and 30 seconds until the clash. A lot of hussars from blue. They're not that strong, guys, but they are fast. They are produced fast as well. So again, they in large numbers. Units can be very powerful, but the numbers are not always the key to success, the key to victory. Blue already has 18th century. That stone production did him really well. Yellow is still stuck with 17th century units. The thing is, players are not allowed to raid their bases, so they will have to fight the main army, and after that they can go inside the town. So that gives, let's say, yellow an advantage, because blue has the hussars, which have the speed, but they're not that armored. So if I were blue, I would have made some more resistant units, more resistant cavalry units. Blue is spamming the Highlanders. The Highlanders are exceptional units. They can deal a lot of damage, more damage than the 18th century musketeers, double amount I think, but they have no musket. Therefore in melee combat they are 0. They will die instantly. But if you have some melee units around, the Highlanders can be really helpful, really powerful. So there is that. If you make 18th century musketeers, you get some really powerful units both in melee and in range battles. but with the Highlanders you only have they are more focused on the ranged side, so they have a high attack. The peacetime is over. There are the light rapiers. They will take damage from the Highlanders, pretty sure of it. Someone is dying of starvation, and that's blue. No more. He has food now. Yellow is marching with his army at the border. They're gonna have to meet. Yellow is attacking and is capturing some peasants, some English peasants. Now he can build 2 barracks, 2 or 3 stables from the English player. What is Yellow doing? He cannot attack the base. Actually, he cannot make raids, but he can attack the base. So what he's doing is not necessarily wrong. It's a bit wrong. The British Highlanders, they are the damage dealers of his army. Yet it looks like Yellow is winning ground. And although Blue has led pretty much the whole game, it turned against him eventually. I think this is the final push coming from Yellow. Blue is sending his units one by one. Slowly they will die. Those pikemen can take a lot of damage from the Highlanders. They are armored, and I'm pretty sure Blue didn't make all upgrades to his Highlanders. You know, usually they are more deadly when they are fully upgraded. Not necessarily the upgrades from the 18th century barracks, but also the ones from the academy, which increases the attack by 15, 20, 25 and 30%. 10, 15, 20, 30. Well, I guess this is GG for this one. But until Yellow doesn't march inside Blue's base, we will not know for sure, would we? Yellow is having a food shortage, or his units might be dying. The light rapiers can take the damage from the Highlanders. Not all Highlanders were shooting though. It looks like blue killed all the light rapiers from blue, from yellow. Ugh. Need to wake up. And I guess this is the GG.